Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're playing dragons. We're burninating our competition with a dragon themed deck in current best of one standard. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, are you ready for this one? It has little sprinkles of Wilds of Eldraine all over the place to help us cast our monsters and get the absolute most out of them. The newest dragons are Decadent Dragon, which I've played on this channel before, 2 and a black for an instant adventure that exiles the top 2 of the opponent's library face down. You can look at and play them, and then on the other side you get your 4/4 trample dragon that attacks and makes treasures. So lots of treasury stuff as we go through the card list, and there's a reason for that. 1, we're playing 3 colors, so it helps cast things. 2, it helps us bargain with a certain dragon I'm about to talk about. And 3, it helps cast the opponent's cards that we steal with the expensive taste. But we also have some black mana just hidden in the mana base. We got the Xander's Lounge and the Rafine's Tower over here, and the Celestis makes mana of any color. So that all helps us make sure that we get the most value out of this card. The other new addition here is Realm Scorcher Hellkite. This is 6 mana for a 4/6 flying hasty mythic dragon. The bargain gets us back mana, 4 of which in any color combination. That lets us both cast things off the Decadent Dragon or use its pinging ability. 1 in a red, 1 damage to any target. This card is easy to overlook, but also easy to underestimate. When you actually play it in a game, you're kind of amazed at all the things it can do. And then, of course, we got the Charming Scoundrel. You've seen a lot of this in mono red, but have you seen it come down and make treasure tokens all the time? In this deck, the treasure token is often the right choice. It helps with so many other things the deck is trying to do. Now, because we're all over the board with trying to get to our dragons and play them and do cool things with them, we have a lot of interesting options through the rest of the deck as far as removal and filler cards. From a lot of one-ofs, because I'm really not sure what we're going to bump into with this build. I know that mono red is out there and we want to light them up with Invasion of Tarkir, but we also need cards like Knockout Blow and Elspeth's Smite to keep them off balance. But then if our opponent plays a control deck, you'll want a card like Invasion of Gobakhan to dissect their strategy and know exactly where their weaknesses are. Perhaps a Make Disappear to hit that 1/0 Sunfall right when it was about to ruin your cool Draconic plans. And we've got some fun 1/0s as threats too, like Chromho Seed Shark and Sarkhan, Soul of Flame, which can turn into other dragons. So yes, we've got a lot cooking in this one because there are so many cards that we can play in this standard format. But at the end of the day, it's all about those dragons. So let's dive in. Let the Dracaris nonsense begin. Well, we're on the draw and we don't do anything until turn 3, which is pretty bad, but maybe the Destroy Evil will hit. At least we have our colors. We've got to try. That's a pretty good land to get down first. Our opponent might play Rafine. That would give us something to do with the Destroy Evil, although we won't be able to pay the ward cost until next turn. Nothing so far, huh? All right. Well, we have to start the party somewhere. Let's try a shark. Soul Partition. Doesn't get rid of it, though. As long as we hit land drops, we can try it again later. How about this dragon? Hey, we have a dragon. Dragons are cool. It really feels like they don't want to counter it. So they're going to Memory Deluge. Blue-White or Esper, full-blown draw-go control. Everything instance, 0 fun allowed. Except for sweepers, of course. They'll have sweepers. I think they have a Wandering Emperor, so the Make Disappear is going to get them. Or a Knockout Blow. Let's try just bouncing our dragon. That worked. Opponent going a little heavy on the hatred of mono red. I understand. Okay, that gives us black mana for the Decadent Dragon. The opponent doesn't have mana to flashback Memory Deluge yet. They're probably going to Field of Ruin us if we do nothing. It's really tempting to hold up the Make Disappear. It does feel like they're going to counter something, though. Maybe going for a shark is good. Yeah, we have to be assertive here. I want to use Make Disappear to defend Zurgo and Ojutai, because that's the card that can snowball. So if we get a Dissipate out of them when they had to use a different card, the Soul Partition earlier, that feels good. Now we want to do things that they really need to react to because of their Memory Deluge. We don't want to give them time to cast it. So I think that's Zurgo and Ojutai. And then we can protect it with a Make Disappear and get a Restless Spire on the battlefield. If they have another Dissipate, that's a feels bad. Interesting. I think they're gonna try that Memory Deluge. Let's grab another Zurgo and Ojutai. Let's just leave this one on the battlefield. Pass turn. They flash back. We tell them to shove it. Feels good. Now they've got to solve some problems. Let's see if they're good at that. 4 Darkar Wastes. I wonder if we can get them to take some pain land damage. Yeah, they go for that Sunfall, leaving up 1 blue. Do I deal 5 to this? I can go 2 to face. I can go 3-4 to face, actually. That's pretty solid. But what if they have a Make Disappear, right? We want to play it second then. Do we return it to our hand this time? Another invasion? We can go burn you for 4, burn you for 4. We also have the Hellkite here. I do want to try the Hellkite on him. New card type. Return to hand or decline. I mean, it really worked. It played around Sunfall. They don't seem to have a way to deal with it yet. But nah, leave it on the field. Leave it on the field. See if we get to invade. Reveal these. Hit your face for 4. Woo! We've even got these creature lands hanging out. That's a potential 5-point attack out of the mana base. The opponent has 2 Field of Ruins. I'm sure they're going to use them here. Or at least 1. They don't. Interesting. They're tapping them. Are you sure? Time to say goodbye. Well, they didn't leave many ways to deal with the creature lands, did they? Yeah, we'll keep that on top. It's just a lethal threat as they go to 1. Yeah, bye. Should have definitely left up a Field of Ruin, but they probably had a counter spell and they wanted to have that up. Rock in a hard place. That's what that is. On the play, missing blue. Also missing black if we cared about that. But we do have the invasion. I'll try it. Invasion is pretty great. Kill the first threat our opponent wants to play. Charm Scoundrel's nice. We can make a treasure. While throwing some hands. More Esper, but this is the Esper type with the critters. Okay. Do we care about the Rona? Do we want to roast it? I think we just want to get a dragon out, right? Preferably one that makes the treasure. I think that's pretty good for keeping our deck moving forward. Opponent's gonna dig. Discard Draconic. Cast Draconic. Okay. Draconics on Draconics. Alright. Well, away we go. Making treasure, doing things. Whether to keep making treasure or try to get some land. If they have any lands in their top two, the adventure mode's pretty good. If they have no lands in their top two, it's kind of a disaster. But I think we should try to hit our land drop. I have expensive taste. Come on, opponent. Okay. Then it can have 2 points. They say go. Feels like Urtai or something to remove the Decadent Dragon. Let's see if we can get a treasure. We can? That doesn't feel right. Ah, Iganjo, they had to do it in combat. Okay, that makes more sense now. I'm glad we drew the land. Let's play another one. I'm enjoying these treasures. Okay, opponent's running a weird Esper mid-range Esper Legends hybrid. They've got some counter spells, but they also have Thalia. That's pretty weird. It's a thing you can do though. They're all just good Esper cards. They discarded an Otawara, which is probably good for us because we don't want them getting their Sheoldred back. All right, if we draw a dragon, then we can deal with this Sheoldred the Apocalypse. Oh, we did not. We definitely did not. See if we're lucky and our opponent wants to block because they think a board wipe is coming. But most of them are pretty smart and don't engage with their Sheoldreds ever. All right, let's send it out at Suchet. And Charmed Scoundrel can be another blocker, but also make another treasure. We could have put a Wicked Roll on at Suchet, but I think they might remove it anyway. Discarding Skrelv. The Throat. Okay. So we can make a whole bunch of treasure, which would let us play Ojutai and maybe even Sheoldred. Or we can exile. I think we have enough options. Let's make the treasures so we can actually use them all. We are getting soloed by Sheoldred. It happens. Okay, maybe we can get rid of it. They have 2 mana open for Make Disappear. But no, they don't have anything. All right, flip it. Come on. Do I want to return the Zergo and Ojutai? Decline. All right, I've played my cards. What you got, Esper? They need some good removal here, which they might be running because they are a strange list. They've got spells and they've got things that punish spells, all in the same deck. Sure. Well, I'll get a card for that. You going after Zurgo and Ojutai or the Thundermaw? The Thundermaw is probably the better creature. The good news is if we can get one more point of damage here, our opponent's still super aggressive too. All right, well. Actually, it's like this, right? And then we put a counter here. Cheats. You want some, Urtai? All right, we've seen 5 lands in a row. Let's see what we see here. Hey, let's go. Don't have anything to sacrifice right now. That's okay. With the Aganjo, we should be able to survive the turn and then see what kind of chaos we can create. Unless they're going to kill my Thundermaw as well, because, again, they're half Esper Control, half Legends. Did they just discard a Sheoldred? That can't be good. Rafine. Okay. Interesting. You might catch them if they go to combat here with a lot. Yeah, they are trying to be really aggressive to close this, but I think we're going to catch them here with the Ganjo. Nom. We're at 6. We better take this block. That's pretty good. So when these attack, I get 2 attack triggers that deal damage. This has haste. The thing is, Ward 1 is a pain. So each time we have to pay it is a pain. So I think we're actually holding off on the Realm Scorcher. And we come up just a mana short, don't we? Still, we spit and fire at them. That's fun. Trigger. More dragon. You can actually bounce the Thundermaw and then deal damage with Invasion of Tarkir. I think if they have no creatures on the board, we're doing okay. They don't have haste, so we should be able to just keep gunning them down with the Defiant Thundermaw until it's dead. And if they kill this one, we'll just get another. Yeah, not surprised to see Shelly. Ouchie, but ooh, that gains life. Does not draw a card. Perfect, oddly. Man, 1 mana off of so many cool things, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 9. 13. Looking for a way to deal them 4 more. I don't see it. So, I mean, I doubt they run Sweeper. Yo face. We get the Abrade. We could bounce this and kill the Sheoldred. If they don't have the Sheoldred, I probably can't lose, right? If I had taken that dragon, I could have used one invasion here to finish the Shieldred instead of two. Should have done that. It's okay. I think it's gonna be okay. I think I'm just gonna gain the life because we're in a commanding position otherwise. To just keep gunning down whatever they play. And the opponent's gonna bail. Dragons! Who will feel the wrath of dragons? Muralum. No white. And slow. Better. We go first. I'll keep not countering stuff though. I know. Who am I? What is this guy? Let's play the Spire. Now I need the white mana. Does our opponent play creatures? Another control deck. It's a Contagion. All right, let's invade Gobakhan. Let's get a look at this hand of yours. Sunset Revelry, Wandering Emperor, Celestis, Shieldred's Edict. I have an Abrade for that Celestis. I only have one red source. That's the Shieldred's Edict is actually really bad for Zurgo and Ojutai. The Wandering Emperor is probably the best card here, so I guess I'll take it. 6 mana is a lot different. Can we draw another red source? Well, kinda. Not for this turn, though. Bang, bang. I get Celestis, you don't get Celestis. Come on now. I like my hand. Smite. I'll discard that later. Invasion of Tarkir. Because if we run out the Ojutai, it runs into the Edict. I will reveal the dragon, the Zurgo and Ojutai that they would love to kill with their Edict. But I'm going to transform the Invasion of Gobakhan. And that's going to... It doesn't defend Zurgo and Ojutai from an Edict. But now we have it. They drew another one? Not gonna lie, I'm a little salty. Come on now.
Let your blade do the talking.
I can't do anything against the Shieldred's Edict. I'm absolutely destroyed because they drew a second Wandering Emperor. But we all know if I had taken the Shieldred's Edict, we all know what would have happened. They would have drawn a second Shieldred's Edict. That's a good card against the Edict. +1/+1 counter. Whenever it deals damage, combat damage to a player or battle. Not a planeswalker, huh? No, definitely don't block. We need the scoundrel. The scoundrels die into an edict. It's its whole purpose in life. Face. I kind of want them to use the Wandering Emperor to get rid of the Zurgo and Ojutai because I have another now. So face it is. Decadent or Hellkite? Hellkite. Decline. End step, Light Shield Array trigger. Opponent keeps trying to use they keep touching their Wandering Emperor like they're trying to use it on their turn. It's kind of funny to me. It's like, nah, that only works the turn you play it. Well, they minus that Emperor. Yep.
I guess
Array.
that.
Will they flash in the other Emperor? They sure will.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
All right, if we draw an untapped land, we have a really
This is what
spicy
you get
play.
for hurting my people.
We do. Cast with Bargain. Sack the treasure. Make 4 mana. One damage right there.
I'm never done.
1 damage right here. And hit it. Nice. Opponent, you're gonna need a board wipe. I like my hand. Don't need to Celestis here. Urza assembles the Titans on chapter 1. So scry 4, reveal the top card. If it's a planeswalker, you draw it. Happy to see that. Clunker card like that in a spot like this. They're gonna take so much damage next turn. They did scry to the top. Let's see what that means. They get an Ashiok. Sure. They cast a Sunset Revelry here. They don't gain the life. They just make 2 tokens. They cast the Edict. We sacrifice the Scoundrel, who has been MVPing down here the whole time just by keeping the opponent from using their Sheoldred's Edict well. What a champ. They're gonna cycle to draw. Okay then. To the skies. We roll for the face. Bang. 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 Easy. A solid 12. That was a very interesting game, and it looked for a moment like their double Wandering Emperor was gonna cause us too much trouble, but the dragons found a way.